Welcome back to a bonus episode of Momentous Struggle. I am joined this time by Austin and Jake. We're going to sit there and talk a little Adepticon since these guys were the other part of the stream team. We had me and Aubrey talking about stuff. I was drinking a little bit. You'll probably, by the time people hear this episode, I was a little sauced. I was a little loose for that episode, but no, it was a good one. And so now I want to talk with you guys, see how you did it. I mean, Austin, it was your first time, and Jake was a returner, like for the second year in a row, so it was pretty cool.
I feel bad that I should have sauced up a little bit before this and just been like, oh, if it's that kind of party, like,
hot
come
takes
on.
and cold drinks, you know?
Yeah, I have water.
Yep, that's what I'm doing too.
Hydrate.
Yeah, no, I think I recorded with him on like Saturday night. No, it was Saturday night because of Easter. So I didn't. So like it wasn't the normal Sunday morning like at 9 o'clock getting sauced. No, it was like Saturday night before Easter.
That would have been a great day drinking.
Right. So yeah,
Party started early for Easter.
Exactly. Like hiding eggs, really drunk. Just where did this one go?
You're like, oh, those eggs are really hidden, and it's just one giant pile in the middle of the yard.
That sounds like me.
I can barely see you, man.
Cool, but yeah. So I mean, I wanted to talk with you guys. I guess I'll start with you, Jake. I mean, getting into everything. How was your? So let's start with, I guess, from the beginning. You've been to Adepticon before, like you are used to like the like how it went, the chaos of it all. Like, were you prepared, or how did you prepare to kind of like get used to this again and go
this
through
time?
it all?
I prepared with less of a spending budget, so that way I wasn't walking away with far too much, and I was proud of myself. I had 5 pounds to spare on my bag on the way home, so I think that's good work. I can't remember if it was 5 or 2 pounds, but I had just enough room. Last year when we were flying back, I had to take one thing out of my suitcase and put it in my backpack because it was like stuffed to the brim. So yeah, that's an improvement upon last year.
I remember that last year when you were like at the ticketing booth, like try like randomly like, okay, is that good enough now?
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
I walked away with a couple bits of swag that I was excited about. I know Nick and I are going to start trying to play Malediction. We walked away with like a starter box for that. I walked away with like Dormammu and Mephisto that I have thrown together already. Going to throw those on the painting table. I like coming to Adepticon because it gets me back in a hobby brain where I have been doing almost nothing except playing Marathon for the past month or so. And before that it was Helldivers, and I have needed to get back into the hobbying scene. So having a few things, new toys to work on is an exciting part. I also got the Sharkman Jones box, so I have an entire new squad to play as well.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty awesome. All right, Austin. So now to you. This was your first Adepticon. I don't know, your expectations were kind of. I think they were a little underwhelmed, like from the start. You know, it seemed like you were just like, yeah, it's just another convention. I mean, you'd been to LVO, and you're like, okay, yeah, it's just gonna like it almost felt like you were thinking it was going to be kind of like an LVO, maybe a little bit better type of a thing. I mean, what was that? What was the reaction, I guess, to it?
I mean, I would say at least the first day, obviously, it was setup day. So when I first walked into the hall, it definitely was larger than I expected. Because, you know, at LVO, our hall wasn't... Well, okay, so it was that big, but 40K was in our hall with us, right? It was just one big, massive place. So to walk in, and it's just... No, this is just all Star Wars. Except for, like, this little corner in the back with a bunch of games. I have no idea what they were. And then, like, a couple tables for board games. But just, yeah, so walking in and seeing just Legion, MCP, I guess not all Star Wars, MCP, and Shatterpoint, and then Star Wars Unlimited, I was like, man, this is really big. And then seeing, once all the tables were set up for Shatterpoint, seeing all the terrain, like the moment there's terrain set up on tables, you're like, oh my gosh, no, this is a lot of stuff. Like, and then I was like, are we filling all these tables? And I think there was like the first day, I think the team event filled like all of them, and then I think even for the first Swiss Day on Friday, I think there was just the one table that wasn't filled for Swiss.
Right.
Like it was massive. So that was super cool. And then once they opened up the dividers for the hall, I was like, oh my gosh.
And the Games Workshop. Like,
yeah. So it definitely was bigger than I really kind of thought, and it was cool. I love it. No matter what, I'm going back to AdeptiCon every year. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's one of those where it's like, you definitely have to make the trip. It's like every time it's funny like listening to other people talk about like going for the first time or like missing it for a couple years and coming back. They're like, why wasn't I doing this again and again and again? So yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting. I liked it. I mean, I always have fun with it. So I know I will always go back even if I'm not a streamer. It's like it would be interesting and kind of weird to go back as like not being someone who's working
as a normie.
As a normie, yeah, exactly. It'd be weird to go back, but it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, we flew in on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday was kind of like our setup day and everything along those lines, kind of getting everything dialed in. What were your guys' thoughts of, I guess, of like, kind of just like getting kind of into the groove of like what our job was going to be? Did you guys have like I guess for you, Austin, I mean, it was like, were you kind of like already ready for that, or kind of like just kind of like what was going on with like your experience, like that day one type of stuff?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was kind of ready for it because I did slightly participate in it at LVO. I mean, I wasn't officially a part of the team, but I showed up early to LVO and helped set up some stuff. And then during my free time, when I dropped out of a couple games, I participated in the stream. So I already kind of had a good idea on how you ran the stream. And then I've done streaming in the past where you just talk to invisible people for hours. So it is nicer when there's actually a live person sitting next to you to also talk to.
Right.
Yeah, because normally it's just me and my game, and I streamed up to like, I think I had like 20, 25 viewers at the time when I streamed, but it was like, it was like 20, 25 people I'm talking to, but they're just text on a screen,
right?
Your chat, and it's delayed too. So it was nice to go there and to do it, and it wasn't too overwhelming. Like I liked the setup that we did, and I know I watched last year, so I liked the changes that you made. That definitely were some improvements, and we still have some improvements that we're thinking about. So, so really nice.
It's always about innovation and iterating, because I mean, compared to last year, it's like, last year we had like a solid process down that worked, and then this year it's like we got a couple new tools that improved that process, but added a couple new hiccups. So it's just like, all right, how do we work around this? And the thing that I love about a live production is that you're always just figuring out the kinks and how you can work them out and improve them next time. And the next time that we do something like this, I'm very excited to see how it goes, because I know that a lot of us have just been talking about like what we want to do next time to take it to the next level, and I'm super excited. I enjoy a live production. I love producing in general, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I mean, like, especially because I'm trying to add in more streams, so I think that'll help, like, work out a lot of those kinks and, like, make that transition where it's like, okay, it's not just nothing until October when we do LVO, and then, okay, now we wait another 5 months and go to AdeptiCon. I think, like, adding 2-3 more streams in there is definitely going to be helpful.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I mean, so then we jump into like Thursday, and that's when like the con actually kicks off. And it's like I know that like we had the team event and everything along those lines. Was there anything like kind of like that jumped out at you guys, like as far as like what was going on in the con? Not so much as like just not necessarily like what we were streaming, but like kind of like the con itself and like the community at that point in time, like how everyone was kind of like hanging out, having a good time. Was that something that like just you don't normally see, especially on that kind of a scale when it comes to Shatterpoint?
Oh, when it comes to Shatterpoint, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like the thing that I like about AdeptiCon is it's just like now we see the names on the name card. It's like, okay, whatever. And they're like, hey, this is actually my name. And it's like, oh, I've had conversations with you for days and days and days about stuff. Like, I know you. Like, we're friends. Like, that's the thing that I like about it is, like, everyone kind of just conjoins and convenes in this one area. And it's like nothing's ever changed and we're back to normal. Like, for example, I met up with Dizzard and had a conversation with him, didn't realize that was him, and I was like, I've been playing games with you for like a month now. I didn't even actually think that I didn't know what you look like. So that was really funny.
Aubrey didn't even recognize him either. I mean, it's just, I guess Dizzard kind of looks like everybody else. He just like random dude.
He fits in.
See, it's funny because I had the opposite with Dizzard, where I was talking to him, and then he just goes, "Look, man, I'm sorry, but like, what's your name?" And I was like, "Austin." And then he goes, then in his head he's like, "I don't know an Austin." And I was like, "Well, on Discord I'm Magulator," and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I've talked to you on Discord, like." He's like, well, why didn't you open with that? And I was like, well, in normal world, when someone asks what your name is, you don't say your Discord name. You say your actual name. So that's why I didn't lead with my Discord name.
Almost feel like
we all use our gamer tags here.
Yeah.
Is basically what it comes down to.
Yeah,
almost
but
feel
I
like we
thought it
need
was
to
so
have
funny.
at the table some of those stickers that say "Hello, my name is," and then we just like throw on the Discord handle and then wear those the rest of the con.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
You kind of have to. It's like I keep on forgetting like Radio Santi on Discord is Andrew. And so I was like, I'll sit there and be hanging out with Andrew, just talking with him, like and everything like that. He was even hanging out with us at 3rd Street, and it's like, and so, like for sometimes I just forget to put those two together. It's like, oh man, we've already talked about this because of your Radio Santi here, and like it's so wild just like putting those two together sometimes. Did you have like so other than Dizzard, was there anyone like that you wanted to meet or got to meet, like that you interact with on Discord, that like for the first time or anything like that?
Omnis, I've talked to him so many times, and he was flirting with me in chat while we were doing the streams last year. So I was like, we finally have to meet, and then we just like broed out the whole con. It was great.
Yep.
Nice.
Absolutely awesome. Anytime that I had like a break from the stream, he just appeared, and I was like, all right, cool, we're gonna hang out for a minute.
Yeah.
How about you, Austin?
I mean, I met a lot of them at LVO, which was really nice. Right. So being able to see them again was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I would say the one person was, what was it, Scott?
Evil Houdini?
Evil Houdini, and then also the other Scott. There's 2 Scotts, right?
I think so. There's probably 2
so.
Scotts.
Nielsen?
Scott's a pretty common name. Oh, Scott. Oh, yeah, from Zion's Finest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, because obviously you hear them their names a bunch, especially if you listen to the podcasts, and then so being able to meet them was awesome. Because I didn't know what Scott Nielsen looked like, and then I'm just chatting with them, and then I think it's either Samson or Aubrey. Someone was sitting next to me, and he's like, "Yeah, it's Scott Nielsen." And I was like, "Oh." And it was a great conversation because I think he got a lot of drinks off that beer wall. So
Yeah, one of the few Zion's Finest guys that actually drinks. So it's pretty funny.
yeah, but me, and Dizzard had great conversations about tattoos because we all have we all have a bunch of tattoos.
He has the Final Fantasy ones, right?
Yeah.
And he and I just sat there and talked about Claire Obscure for like 30 minutes, and nobody else knew what we were talking about. I was like, I'm glad we've had this moment. That game is hard. It's peak.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So were there any like games like either during like the team event or like during the World Championships that kind of like stuck out as you like for streaming purposes or anything like that that like you realized like, dude, that was the game that really was like the game to watch?
Oh man. You know what?
In unison.
I would say one of my favorite games was, and I can't even remember who was playing in it, but they played Vader Mundi. And then they were playing against Vader, like Vader Moff or something.
Yeah, I remember the game. I can't remember who was playing in it either. But yeah, it was just a Vader off.
Yeah, but that game I really enjoyed because, one, there's no meta in that game. And then also, like, it's just both teams are going to beat the crap out of each other. And let's see who is left standing at the end of this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I liked watching Dean and Duncan play because I was like, wow, this reminds me of me and Nick.
Nice.
It's just like jokes constantly being tossed back and forth during the game. I'm like, you guys are in the top 4 right now. Like, what's going on? Why are we joking?
Yeah,
and the
also
pure chaos of that.
Their personality difference, too. Like, it was great.
Yeah, because Dean's pretty measured and pretty dry, and then Duncan's pretty all over the place.
The complete
and that's a compliment.
yeah, not in a bad way. He's just loud and obnoxious, and like that's him, man. But it was funny. Yeah.
But I mean, it makes sense because if Dean's the older brother, then all the energy that didn't go into him just went into
goes into the younger brother. That's how this works. Have you guys seen me?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's a very similar comparison between you guys because Nick is a lot more reserved.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it was wild how they chose their actual primaries. Too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it came through on stream or not, but
just
they literally
random.
they literally put all 4 down and just face down and just picked them at random, like shuffled them up and picked them at random. It's like somebody might get screwed here, and I think like overall Duncan kind of did.
Duncan got screwed because those two squads just really weren't synergizing with each other.
Not at all, but they had fun doing it, so I guess that's all that matters. It's I don't. For me, it was that they watching Matt Bronson actually like come back and win the world championships after losing to Scott was like huge. I was like, that is pretty cool that he actually like came back, made the trip from overseas, and actually was able to sit there and complete like what he wasn't able to complete last year. So that was really cool to me for sure.
Yeah.
So
he's an incredible player to watch in general. Right.
It's just like so
I've been
perfect
eyes in the sky for him a couple times now. I'm like, this guy knows what the opponent is doing before the opponent does. This is insane.
Yeah. I mean, that's that level that you have to be at to, win. You can't just know what you're going to do. You have to know what your opponent's going to do so that you do things in advance based off what they're going like. It's just I just want to move my guys and shoot things. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I don't have the capacity to be at that level anymore, but it's amazing to sit there and watch players that play at that level. Like whatever game they're playing, it's just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like inside the con, I know you guys kind of had a little bit of time to get out and about and kind of explore a little bit at least. And I think you played. Did you guys play any of the side events or like I know it's like Aubrey went and tried out Battle of the Sands. Did you guys get a chance to like do any of that stuff?
I played a couple games in the like Shatterpoint League thing that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only playing that I did. Other than that, it was just walking around. So,
was there anything cool that you saw, like just kind of walking around? Not even if it's necessarily like Shatterpoint, but just
so
like exploring the
cool
con.
Yes. I had a very long talk with a couple guys in the vendor halls. The Malediction people, talked to them because I did. So I got all 3 Malediction starter boxes. Technically there's 4, but there was only 3 offered in the swag bag. So I got all 3. Gave 1 to my brother Dane. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, here you go, print the stuff, we'll eventually play this. And then the other 2 I kept for myself, and then I got I don't even know what it's called, a booster deck. It
was like another starter deck with a different character that can use like, I think it was the 2 factions that you kept.
Yeah, it's the 2 factions that I kept. This deck I can take the 3 decks now and build like an optimized team or army or whatever it would be. But yeah, talking to the Malediction people, it was super cool. One thing I will say for them is I think they need to remember sometimes when they're explaining things, not everyone's played the game.
Yeah.
Because they're talking to me about like, oh, well, yeah, so this and that. And they're using like keywords from the game, and I'm like, I don't know what this means.
I just
man.
got the starter box in my swag bag, man.
I was like, I get it, you know, but I don't know what you're saying.
Awesome.
And then I talked to the StarCraft people. So I had a pretty good conversation with one of them about StarCraft and the game and everything like that. I was telling them because I was told, I think by Jake possibly was the one who told me that the StarCraft has like the fog of war thing, where your opponent doesn't know what your army is. Like you're just like on your turn, you just go, yeah, and now this thing's gonna enter the battlefield, and they have no idea.
Yeah, that's what I picked. Like I've only sat down and watched like the learn to play video once, and I was like, oh, so part of your army just starts off, and then you decide, oh, I'm going to do a move, and now they enter from the side of the table. It's like, what? What do you mean you had a tank lying in reserve? What are we talking about? Like,
yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I talked to them. But yeah, those are the two big ones. Because, I mean, I did talk to the, Asmodee guys. But, like, I know their games pretty well. So, like, we just kind of chatted about how the event was going for the tournament, because obviously they're stuck over at the vendor hall, so they don't get to see it. But actually, I guess the guy I was talking to doesn't even play the games. He's a Pokemon guy.
nice.
So I was more kind of talking about the cool stuff that's in the game and stuff. But I mean, I get it. He's just working the sales, like
right. Yeah, if you really want to talk the game, you kind of have to talk to, like, the AMG developer.
Oh, yeah, which I talked to Plumber. I think he got annoyed with me. I talked to him so much.
Same.
Like, every time I was on break, if there was no one over at the, like, counter with him, I would just go over. We talked about D&D. Like, we talked about so much stuff. Like,
I was going to say, he and I were talking about, like, Daggerheart and how much we love that system. Yeah.
I love him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, all of them are, like... And that's the thing I think was really cool about Adepticon, is that all of the big people that work for Atomic Mass Games are all there at the desk and walking around, where they actually engage in conversations and talk with about the games and everything like that. So I love that about Adepticon, especially, like, Plumber hasn't been there in I think 7 years or something like that. So it's
wow.
like it was his first time to come back, and
he came back because I was coming. That was nice.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, you know what, Austin's going to be there.
I've heard of that guy. I need to show up.
Exactly.
He's heard of Austin. He has not heard of Magalator.
No, he's heard of Dane's brother. He's
heard of Dane's brother.
He's like, you're the legendary Dane's brother.
He's seen my name on Longshanks, so...
Exactly.
He's like, whoa, that Rift player? I saw him.
I forgot that you changed it.
I did change it to Dane's brother, yes.
That's so good.
But yeah, that is actually quite hilarious. All right, so Jake, I know, did you get a chance to sit there and do some exploring, like, around the vendor hall or anything like that too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I got to do is I sat down with Danny and Omnis and Nick and we tried out the the MCP alliances. We did the demo for that. That was really fun. I'd be interested in picking up one of those boxes when they come out. The Night of the Sentinels one looked really cool.
Right.
Got to see, like, the Trench Crusade stand, which was really cool because they had a really big statue of an artillery witch, and that was really cool. StarCraft booth, I saw some of the miniatures, like, and doing that, like, it had me put together, like, I had got one of those promotional. Where's the camera? I got one of the promotional Zeratul minis, so I threw that together. Want to get that painted up eventually. It's so
many hobby stuff to do. It's like,
I know, and that's like the blessing and the curse of it all. It's just, you get back into the hobby, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm locked back in. This is what I'm doing for the next few months. Like, it definitely gave me the resurgence I needed to start hobbying again. So like we have the GT this weekend. And I had to paint 4 models to a table-ready state and repaint another one that I had because I was like, this no longer fits the color scheme, so now I have to change it so it does. And, all my Rebels are rocking the Tantive 4 outfits from the beginning of Episode 4 now. So
Nice.
And I had to throw that on Baze and Chirrut and see how that looked, and that was something.
Okay.
They don't have outfits built for it, but it worked, and we got it rolling. That's what matters.
All right. So, speaking of like the GT and everything like that, I think going into Adepticon, there was a lot of like negative thoughts out there for sure. Like there was a lot of doom and gloom stuff. I mean, coming out of Adepticon, like how do you feel about the state of the game at this point in time? Like we didn't see a lot of changes or anything like that, but we were able to sit there and like have a lot of conversations with Atomic Mass Games representation and everything like that. So I guess I'll start with you, Austin. Like how do you feel about the state of the game at this point in time?
I actually feel very optimistic about it. I think because one thing that I was talking about with a couple people, I think including Jake and yourself, was I would not mind seeing them have less releases, because if you look at the past releases, like there's a lot. Like you actually kind of got overwhelmed with too many boxes out too quickly, especially if you don't get to play every week. You would pick up a box or two when it came out. By the time you got it put together and painted and on the table, you had like a month and then the next box was out. Right. So I think less releases during the year is actually going to be a good thing. The big thing that was needed alongside that to make it okay is a yearly errata, which with the announcement that in May there's going to be an errata, that is 1 year after the last one. So right now they're looking like they're going to be on track for a yearly, which I am excited for, because you don't need constant new units in the game if you continue to update and balance the old ones. Because then, I mean, think of Asajj and Anakin. Asajj Ventress, she's played, okay? The cool people play her. Asajj, Anakin, a bunch of units that were underrepresented, and then they got buffed in the errata, and it was basically like brand new units. Like when Anakin first got buffed, he was played so much because it was like he's brand new. Like he's a whole new model. His gameplay is different. How you like everything about him is cool and new.
It's a ranged attack.
Yeah, it was a ranged attack. Yeah. So if you push the erratas yearly, you're basically updating the game once a year. And then if you have, hopefully 4 releases in a year, I think 1 a quarter is a good, milestone to try to hit. Yeah. But I think the game will stay in a good state, and like I think most people's mindset was pretty positive at Adepticon after that announcement. There are still people that are going to be negative Nancy's no matter what. So, like, unless you tell them you're going to get a new model every week and everything's going to be perfectly balanced and there's never a meta, they're not going to be happy. So,
right.
Yeah. And, like, the reason I got excited and to double check is there are 42 primary units in the game. There are 49 secondaries and 42 supports. That's a lot of team combinations that you can throw together.
Yeah.
And something that I had like a fun idea of eventually is like running more local events where it's like you can only use the boxes as they come kind of thing. Or it's like or squads as they come, and doing more showdown events. It's like I think you're going to get more your barrier to entry of this game is going to be a lot easier if you start running more events that are just like, I'm going to run 2 squads and call it good, and then we'll do like just a showdown for the day rather than having to play like the full competitive list chicken that goes on. I know there's other people that have discussed like, for the time being, while we run events, let's not touch Cassian or Boss, and then the rest, everything else is open. Yep. Like, we know that they're problem children, so it's like, as a community, we can do that kind of thing. It's like, let's not play those characters. Me personally, those are my favorite characters, and they're just, unfortunately, they're very overpowered right now. So it's just like, every time I play a game, I'm like, I'm sorry for what's about to happen. And then we play, and then I say, I apologize for that game, but thank you for the game.
Yeah. Right. I mean, the only events you can't change the rules to say, like, these units can't show up is just the official GT events. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
but you
ones that
could-
are sponsored by AMG.
Yeah.
Exactly, but you could do ban list games. I mean, we've done that at MCP where it's like, okay, well, coming off of LVO, the top 15 played played units are just not able to be played. I mean, you can do stuff like that. We used to also do something in MCP, like especially when the game first came out. It's not as easy to do now, but we would call it a 3-box challenge, where you'd use the core box and then 2 other boxes, and like you would build a roster out of that, and that was the only thing you were allowed to play out of. I mean, you could do that with a core box and 2, or you could just do 3 boxes and just do like a 3-mirror event, where it's like a 3-box 3-mirror event, which or something along those lines. I mean, you can definitely find ways to kind of spice up the game without going too crazy with it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, especially with local events, that's, not a GT LVO qualifier. It's about the fun. So, if the rules keep the game fun, I think even the competitive players aren't going to mind if it's like, oh, I can't play Boss or Cassian. Thank God, because I'm a competitive person and I want to win, so I'm forced to play these things. Like that's the thing, is I can't think badly of them for playing it, because it's like, yeah, if that's the type of player you are. I used to do it for video games, where it's like, you play the meta because you want to be in that top percent, and you don't like it. I remember in World of Warcraft when I was forced to play Arcane Mage. I hate it. I hate Arcane Mage. But if I wanted to be in that top percent, I have to play it. And the moment it got nerfed and I could play Fire Mage, I was like, oh, yes, no, thank you. Same thing with this game,
It's the same thing with League and Valorant, which I put a lot of time into. It's just like, if you want to play the meta, you got to play these characters. If you're playing something else, you're throwing it. It's like, all right, well, I mean, the Worlds Tournament proved that only slightly, because Cassian came out on top, but like Dean was playing neither of them and made it to second place. So it's like, as long as you know what you're doing and you're piloting really well, then you've got the chance to do it. But make the events how you want to. Welcome more new players. Introduce them to the game. I mean, what was it? We were talking to the judges table, and they said they had a lot of people go to those learn to play events for the game. So it's just like, doing stuff like that is what's going to keep the game alive, and keeping a positive attitude about it is definitely where we need to be.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I had all the numbers. I don't have them off the top of my head, but I believe over the course of the entire weekend, they had 47 different individuals that did learn to plays at the convention.
That's a lot.
So I mean, so they had plenty of people. It was we were giving away at the end of the con, like towards I think on Saturday and Sunday specifically. I just kept on throwing stickers over there, like some Momentous Struggle stickers, and that seemed to be going over well. But it's like little things like that, just kind of
plug.
Well, not just that, but it's like people like free swag too. Like they're like,
100%. I love free swag. Are you kidding me?
So it's like, it's like, oh look, here's a sticker of like 2 people pretending to be Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sure, like it's people get a kick out of it. So I think that's one of the things that it is going to drive the community, is just kind of the rebirth of that. I mean, and unfortunately, I know like talking with like Hunter and Doug from Clan of Two, they started out playing this game together when they were stationed in the same place, and like they all got PCS to different locations, and it kind of broke up their community and had a hard time trying to rebuild a new community. It just sometimes doesn't work. So it's like, I feel bad for those guys, but it's, I mean, because especially we're lucky here in Arizona. We're RGT that's going to be happening this weekend. We have only one person coming from out of town, and we still have 20 players that are going to be playing. It's pretty wild.
Look, if you are in the desert, you gotta find indoor hobbies, or you gotta be in a pool. Those are your 2 options.
Yep. That's why my daughter's a lifeguard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say, especially as like a new player, any event is daunting to a new player, because I know, for myself, I started playing Shatterpoint last January. I did not play in an event for a long while. Actually, the first event I played into, I know the person who organized it. Yep. It was the First Contact release event, and it was you just played First Contact, so that was the first one that I played in, and that one was great. I did not feel overwhelmed being there, especially as a new player. I don't even remember what I think I was playing Mandos because I always just played Mandos. But then, like, for Star Wars Unlimited, this one was crazier because the first, other than the pre-release for Secrets of Power that I played in with Jake and Liam, my first real event was sector qualifiers.
Man.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh man.
And I even told people when I was there that, you know, they're like, "Oh, like how long have you been playing?" And I was like, "Oh, I've only been playing for like a couple months. This is actually my first like tournament." And they're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah. I just play with my brother or play online." And then, you know, I went 4-4 and I was like,
that's good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
My deck is now meta, and it makes me sad. with the rotation, Vader, the pilot Vader, has become meta, and it's sad.
I've seen that on like a lot of the
SWODB,
so the SWODB competitive stuff. Yeah,
my deck is updated to the rotation, and I'm like, man, I really love this deck. It's so much fun. And that's why I played it before, because it was like middle of the tier. Like,
you don't need to lie. You don't need to try and explain yourself.
No.
We know that you're just chasing the meta.
I could tell the
It's
future.
all right.
I could tell the future. I was like, you know what? When rotation happens, Darth Vader's going to be in the meta, so I'm going to play it now, so I can be a hipster and be like, I was playing it before it was good. I have not played a single game with Darth Vader since the rotation. I just want to say I have played. The new Boba, I played Jabba, I've played fun stuff.
Nice.
I just played Boss and Cassian because they're my favorite characters. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's why I played the Vader one, because I was like, well, it's freaking Victor Leader Vader. Like, this is awesome. And I just create a bunch of TIE fighters, and I fight with spaceships. Like,
that's sick.
Yeah,
That
I was
is
like,
sick.
this is awesome. Like, it's literally Vader surrounded by TIE fighters.
Like, for the first set of Riftbound, like, I was playing like this clever spell slingery thing, and then I was like, there's a tournament coming up. I just want to play something that's a little bit simpler. And then I picked up a deck that was big man smack you, and if he dies, he doesn't die, and he tries to smack you again. And I got top 8 in the tournament I went to. I was like, cool, I'm satisfied. I'll call it good. I got my promo card. Let's go home.
Heck yeah.
Nice. Cool. All right, so basically we did all of that stuff. So the biggest thing that I think that really happens at AdeptiCon outside of playing games is like the after-hour hangouts.
Yeah.
And of course we do our Saturday night hangout, which is like kind of become like all of the Shatterpoint, most of the Shatterpoint content creators kind of get together, and people that listen to all the different podcasts and kind of just hang out in Third Street Market. But like outside of that one, because I know that's usually like the big one. You guys, like, I think there was a couple times like you guys were off on your own doing something separate from me, and I didn't know where you guys were, and then like, you know, you come stumbling into the room at 1 a.m. or whatever. I mean, what was some of the cool hangouts that you guys did? Like, what were some of the fun things, like, after hours stuff?
Cool hangouts.
We went down to the lounge and we played Magic in a corner.
Is that really what you guys did?
That
Yes.
was one of the nights. Yes.
Another night we walked to Domino's and got a pizza. Like,
You didn't like hang
it
out?
was $10 any topping, Todd.
$10, like any size, any toppings, $10.
That's
what I'm saying.
You can't beat
And
that.
then we walked across the street to St. Kate, hung out
Across
with,
the street. It was across the river.
Yeah,
And it was cold.
yeah, and
I was walking and I was like, why is it
when
so
I did my first
cold?
AdeptiCon, we had to make that walk every day.
Uphill both ways.
Uphill both ways. It snowed sideways.
Yeah, no, my ears were freezing on that walk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I was chilling, and not in the way that I normally am.
No, I was like, it was 120 degrees. Or no, what was it, 105?
I wish.
was
That's
like
what I'm used to.
It was 105 degrees when we left our house, and now all of a sudden my ears are freezing off. Like, what's going on?
Yep. Welcome to the Midwest.
These weirdos living in cold weather. Ugh.
So you guys just nerded out like in a
wind chill.
You guys just nerded out the entire time, huh?
Yeah. I mean, man, what was it? I think it was Friday. Yeah, Friday was when we went to St. Kate's.
Yeah, Friday was St. Kate.
And then when we left there, we went back to the room and then went, man, it's like 9 p.m. Let's go hang out in the corner of this bar and play Magic.
Correct.
Because, okay, here's the thing. Every seat was taken in there by people playing board games or card games or hanging out and drinking. And it was like, oh, here's this weird table where we're not even sitting across from each other.
But sideways.
Yeah, it was two-player commander, but just sideways.
It's like I had my mat here, he had his mat here, and I was playing here, and he was playing here. So it was like, it was you know, the Tetris block that's kind of like that. That's what was going on.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
And then I think it was the night before. It was either that night. I think it might have been Thursday night. Was when Aubrey played with us. So we played 3-player in that bar, and we had a better table because we had like the high top in the middle.
Yeah.
And that was after we left 3rd Street.
That was the second very long game of Commander.
You know what? It's weird. The 2 really long games of Commander had this one player in it that just never wanted the game to end. I mean,
when you play white-blue.
Did I send you that? I sent you guys that meme. Did you click on it?
I think I did.
Because I was like, this 100% is Aubrey, where he's just like, yeah, it's a 3-player, it's 3-hour game, and you don't want it to end, and he's just holding a board wipe card, and you're like, yep. Because I don't even know how long that first game was. That was a great night. That first night was fantastic, but that was
I don't know if I call it great. I just was like, oh, I'm done. I'm getting out of here. And then I walked away from the table. You guys are like, it's your turn. I'm like, I scooped already, dude.
It was literally like, all right, I'm gonna attack you. I think Jake would have survived with like between 1 and 5 HP. Left. Yeah, it was basically dead, and he's just like, I scoop, and he just left. He's like, I'm not even sticking around, because you know what happened the next turn? Game. You know what happened the next turn? Aubrey board wiped me. Yeah. It's literally just him and me left.
And so while
he
you
has
guys were
nothing.
Sitting there raising your cortisol levels in a game of Magic, Todd, Matt, and I were just chilling, like having a good time, just chatting. It was great.
Yeah.
And Quincy was there. We got to Quincy showed up, for meeting him for the first time in 3 years since he's been watched every stream of ours and everything. So that was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, that was funny because it was like you're having a conversation with them, and then we're like, "Hey, Todd, it's your turn," and you're like, "I play Big Dragon." Okay.
And I'm done.
Big Dragon,
I'm done. Can I attack? No, he doesn't have haste. Okay, I'm done.
That's what I brought. I brought Big Dumb Dragons, and that's all I wanted to do was just play Big Dumb Dragons and swing when I can.
I mean
that's for me as well. But that game, it got to the point where I was playing a 5-color commander, man, and it cost me 13 mana to bring him back on the field. I spend my entire turn playing that, and then Aubrey said, I don't want to deal with him. Board wipe. I'm like, dude.
I mean, what happened to your commander the first time it died? I don't even remember. What happened there?
Oh, you remember. I told you what he did, and then you were like, oh, that's crazy. He's a frog now. I'm like, okay. I guess I will exile my own creature and then play him again another time. And then you're like,
it was great. I was like,
so
man,
worth it. And then I did something that exiled your commander. You're like, why'd you do that, man? I'm like, you know why?
I didn't even kill your commander. Why would you target mine, man?
That's just turned him into a frog.
I mean, here's the thing. That card just had so much text. I was like, you know what would be so much simpler to read?
Read the text?
You know what would be so much easier to read?
I don't like reading.
Reading the
1/1 frog,
card, man.
no abilities. I read that frog card. It said 1/1 frog, no abilities. That's all you need to know.
Good time.
He also turned Aragorn into a frog, and
I
was never able to turn him back.
I turned him into a frog.
Well, I guess next year we're gonna have to get you guys out and about a little bit more, meeting some people. Like one of the things. No, you don't want to do it.
That requires being social, and my social battery is used commentating.
Fair enough.
So I need to go back and recharge. Like, give me an entire Domino's pizza. I'll house that thing, and then I'll continue on socializing.
Here's the thing, though, is at Adepticon, the socializing really ends at like 9 p.m. because that's when everything closes.
Yeah, well, at least on the weekdays. On the weekdays, for sure. Like,
yeah,
it's.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I've lived here my entire life, and no matter what day of the week it is, it's 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So when I'm being kicked out of the restaurant and the bar because it's 9 p.m., I'm like, this is weird, man. Like,
that is true. That was kind of strange. I know, like, there was a lot of, like, I think maybe it was Thursday or Friday night. There's a podcaster for MCP named Norbert. He does the Across the Bifrost one, and I got to meet him for the first time. But he had like basically a little tiny conference room at the hotel he was staying at, so it was just kind of like an after hours thing there. And I think that's kind of what a lot of it turned into, is people just hanging out.
Oh yeah, that's what that was. We wanted to join you for that, but we didn't know where you were, so we just we went and played our own little Commander game, and we're like, hey guys, where are you at? And then you're like, oh, we're over here. And so we were like, okay, cool, let's head over. And then Aubrey's like, it's closing down right now. We're like, okay.
Feel bad about that one. I was one of those with spur of the moment where Dizzard was like, hey, so-and-so's having a little thing at his place. I'm like, okay, and we just walked over there and just like kind of randomly crashed it. So
Todd just forgets that there's the night 4
we were
people in the party.
The pizza.
Yeah.
We were retrieving the pizza.
Yeah.
We had the pizza, and it was like, oh, they're hanging out over here? We just got that message when we were walking into the hotel room. It's like, all right, you recharge? You're like, yeah. We exit the hotel door, and then Aubrey said, we're heading back. It's like, the door closes. I'm like, open the door again.
Yeah, Aubrey found another party to go to that night. He was kind of just doing his thing.
He was having a good time.
Yeah, he
Absolutely.
was. He was. I mean,
I had a great time. I was studying the back of my eyelids.
I mean, I would say I kind of regret not getting as much sleep as I could have, because I think I was averaging about 4 to 5 hours a night, I think was what I was kind of at.
Yeah, I think I was at between 5 and 6.
I was somewhere around there as well.
Yeah, I just don't sleep much when you're at Adepticon. I think that's kind of how it goes and everything like that. But no, I had a good time. I mean, so I guess, we've been going for about 45 minutes here, so I guess we can kind of close out. Like, so Jake, closing thoughts, like what were some of the highlights that you had overall? I mean, like, what was the big best experience that you had for Adepticon this year?
Giving someone $20 and getting an $80 MCP box. And $20 for a $70 malediction starter kit. The first day when you can get your badge and your swag and everything, everybody's just like, I don't play this game, take it off my hands.
Dude,
that's awesome. I love that.
That was some black market dealing going on. It was crazy. Yeah,
because last year, Kit Fisto released the day of Adepticon, and then it was still like a month and a half, 2 months out from Cassian and Krennic coming out, and they showed up in the swag bag. So everyone was like, oh my god. Right. So my job was just hunt them down for people and try and collect them. I think I got a Cassian for myself, for Nick, and for Jerry, and had them Nick took his home, but I packed mine and Jerry's. It was a whole thing. Yeah. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deals apparently there's a whole special little, not special, but there's a whole group chat or something
group.
It's a Facebook group, yeah.
Yeah, I joined it because I bought a bunch of stuff off people. So so the first day when I was trying to find people are literally walking by with bags, and we're just like, hey, have you gone through that yet? Anything you want to sell? Hey,
right.
And I'm like, here, I will make your bag lighter. Here is $20. I want that thing. And they're like, all right, sick.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call that the major highlight of it, but it's that's
it was
something
fun.
It's fun to kind of go wheeling and dealing and be like, hey, I know you don't want that box. Let me take that box.
Oh yeah. I mean, I walked up to a Legion guy, and he had Delta Squad, and I was just like, hey, you don't want that? And he's like, no. I was like, $20, and he's like, okay. I'm like, sweet. I don't own them yet, but now I do for $20.
Right. The hunt of it all. I think that it's like one of those, you're kind of like a crackhead looking for your next fix.
100%.
Oh,
I mean,
got
I was
$20 for my fix.
I was on the Facebook group because I got the one malediction box, and then I was just like, man, this is really cool.
He took my spot from last year.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Because then I was like, oh, I want to get one for my brother so then he can play. So then I hunted down another. And then I needed to hunt down the third because I was like, well, crap, now I want to keep these two because I can buy this other deck. So I need the third one. So I did that. And then I got the MCP Sentinels for $20. Pretty cool. And then I actually, on that last day, I traded the Legion Tauntauns, which I did find out that it is actually pretty cool because they're not released yet. You pre-order them still. Cool. But it's like a $35 box. It's 2 Tauntaun riders. And I traded it to a Legion guy who really wanted them, but all he had was Warhammer stuff. So he just went, well, I'll trade you this. And I was just like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
Didn't he give you like $120 freaking
it's
combat patrol?
$150 Spearhead, the Age of Sigmar.
Okay, the AO.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you got a spearhead?
Yeah,
he got a spearhead. He got a spearhead box.
I'd have to look because it's over there.
I got one that's like undead stuff. Maybe we become Sigmar guys.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I ended up getting so much stuff that I had to go to Kohl's on Monday and purchase a check bag, a suitcase, so I could fit all of the stuff that I had gotten into that so then I could check the bag and get it back to Arizona. I did not plan well.
Well, I have the follow-up question. Were you able to return the
bag? I was able
Let's go!
I went, dude, and I was like, okay, so I have the receipt. I have the card that I used, and I have the phone number. Like, I have all the information. But it's from another state, so you never know. But they're like, oh, is there anything wrong? Like, and the tags survived. So I left the tags on, and it survived the trip. And they're like, oh, is there anything wrong with it? And I was like, no, I just don't need it anymore. And, like, I'm pretty sure there was, like, because it was that weird white and black pattern. Yeah. So I think there was some, like, scratches from, the freaking people just throwing your luggage. But you couldn't really tell because of the pattern, and I was just like, yeah. And I got a full refund, so all I paid was the $35 check bag.
That's so nice. That's so wonderful. That's so nice.
Yeah, but the thing is, I have a bag. I just didn't bring it. So next time I am going.
You need it.
No. So next time I am going to take my carry-on bag and I'm going to put it inside my check bag, and then I'm going to check it. So then on the flight there, I don't even have to deal with the carry-on. I just have my backpack. Then I have a completely empty suitcase for crap that I'm going to get there.
It's kind of how you have to go.
That's how I somewhat approached it, and it's the same way that I did last year. It's like my bag is like, it's hard case and it kind of book fold opens, but it has a zipper on one side, so I only pack up one side of it with like my clothes, and it's like each day that I am finished using a piece of clothing, I hit it into the zipper side. It's like, all right, this is how much room I have to work with, and then these are the clothes that are also still clean, so it's like, yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Yeah But I mean, I'm happy with what I got because I got cool stuff. I did make a trip to Best Buy one day just to go get something that was not offered at the con.
Your other pizza box trip.
My pizza box. Yeah, I needed to go get the pizza box. But, Best Buy is the only place that sells that pizza. So I had to go there. Because it was the day of the release. Like, I couldn't get it ahead of time. It was the day of the release. I really wanted it. And I knew that MSRP was not going to
You look
hold. I know the
confused.
price was going to go up.
No, it's his magic. His magic. He had to go get his magic cards.
It's
from
Teenage
Best
Mutant
Buy.
Ninja Turtles, man. All right, like they're so
He literally
cool.
walked up day one with a TMNT shirt on. Like, we should have known this was going to happen.
I love
Right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's funny because like that didn't even get me into Magic, even though it was just released like as I got into it, or it was just about to. I think it was like a week or two after I got into it, it was going to come out. It was just good timing because now I'm like, yeah, I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle deck, and it's freaking awesome, and it's so much fun. And my wife took the pizza spin down.
Oh,
The oversized spin down. She's just like, oh, that's really cool. Can I have it? And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm not going to use it. I got
As
my
long as
little.
you don't ask how much it was.
Yeah, it was free. That spin down, it was free.
Free with the box.
Yep, exactly.
Nice. No, I'm excited, man. I think I had a good trip. I think we all had a good trip, so I'm excited. I don't see a reason why we won't be back next year unless something tragic happens that we're not going to think about. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for like the future of what we do and everything like that. I know Austin and I are looking at like trying to do some more like kind of SWU content, probably playing some SWU games and maybe like recording those and uploading them and stuff like that. And Jake, I know you're on board to sit there and kind of just see what we do.
I'm just here, man. I have such a busy schedule that it's just like, message me if you want to do something. I will fit it in.
Yep.
I have my calendar, like physical calendar, right here. You guys heard of these things? They're wonderful.
Yeah, I got mine on my phone. Boomer.
I have 3 kids. Now, I have 3 kids. It's easier for us to like centrally have like a giant calendar with all their activities. I was like,
My kid can't
'Cause of-
read, so
right. I have one that's in club track. I have one that's like a cheerleader and working in the summer. So yeah.
I like having a physical calendar because if I have it on my phone, I don't really check it that much.
Makes sense.
yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
It's just sitting right here on my desk. It's great.
my
Oh, man.
my work uses Google Calendar as well, so it's like intermixed of like my work stuff and my personal
That's nice,
calendar.
actually.
Yeah, that's 1 week.
that's a lot of colors, man. All right, well, let's close out here.
Away.
Right. But so, thanks guys for coming on. And like I said, we're going to probably be doing some more content and everything like that. So thanks everybody for listening. As always, we appreciate each and every one of you. And other than that, just remember, whenever you go to AdeptiCon, bring an extra bag or else you're going to be stuck having to buy something at Kohl's.
Yeah.
Keep on struggling.
Bye-bye.
Momentous.
Momentous.